What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. You know, guys, losing a loved one to gun violence is never easy. It's something that a lot of us can't get over when we have losses like that, to loved ones. I myself have went through loss of loved ones in the street from gun violence. And I must admit, it hurts, man. It does. That's why I speak about against violence and things like that, that's senseless. But today, in my home city, Houston, Texas, shout out, there was chaos in the courtroom surrounding this young man right here. This man is 19-year-old Frank DeLeon Jr. Now, I started to do a story on him yesterday. He was supposed to go to court and get sentenced yesterday for killing his girlfriend at the time, 2 years ago, 16-year-old Diamond, what's her name? Diamond Alvarez. This man, in a fit of rage, shot a 16-year-old girl when he was 17 at that time, 22 times, and left her for dead. Well, 2 years have passed. He had his day in court, and he was going to get sentenced today. And the following happened earlier today, and you just got to see this. Take a look.
The courtroom brawl we just talked about broke out between two families.
At the center of the fight is Frank DeLeon Jr., who entered a plea deal for killing his 16-year-old ex-girlfriend, shooting her 22 times.
Michelle Choi was in the courtroom when this all happened. Michelle, how did this all start today?
Well, guys, the day started with us seeing Frank DeLeon Jr. for the first time since he missed the first day of his murder trial yesterday, which in court we learned today was because he got into an ATV accident on his family's property just hours before. However, this morning's brawl happened after the victim's mother gave an emotional impact statement. And, I got to tell you guys, I have never quite seen an outburst like this in a courtroom before. It was pure chaos that lasted several minutes. Our cameras were rolling through the courtroom window as the two families got into a fight. The judge did not allow cameras inside the courtroom, so that's why you don't hear the audio. It started with Diamond Alvarez's mother walking towards 19-year-old Frank DeLeon Jr. after giving a passionate impact statement. A bailiff intervenes, but seconds later, the situation escalates as Diamond's uncle jumps in from the gallery and begins punching DeLeon. That's when DeLeon's mother gets up from her seat and hurls towards Diamond's mother and pushes her. The two moms at one point fighting as another family member from the victim's side joins in and begins attacking DeLeon's mother. The brawl finally broken up as Diamond's uncle is handcuffed and taken away. The judge then called order and cleared the courtroom. A short time later, Diamond's mother, Ana Machado, apologized for losing control.
That was wrong of me. That was wrong of us because we're not monsters. But it's so much hate because I want my daughter back. And what he did it was horrible. Seeing my daughter there and looking at him that he did that and he's laughing in my face. It was very wrong and I'm so sorry for that.
Face to face with the man who killed her daughter in court, Machado called DeLeon a monster and said his mother gave birth to a monster, telling us he showed no remorse today.
A life is not a joke. My daughter's not a joke.
This comes after DeLeon accepted a plea deal and was sentenced to 45 years for murdering his ex-girlfriend, 16-year-old Diamond Alvarez, in January of 2022.
I've been fighting for justice, and today, finally, my daughter has her justice.
Investigators say DeLeon shot Alvarez 22 times in a park in their Southwest Houston neighborhood.
Our lives stopped since that night. We're like walking zombies.
Nearly 2 years later, the family says they have some closure.
He's got what he deserves. And I'm gonna focus on my family and Diamond has her justice. I just want to move forward.
Guys, that's what happened in court today, downtown Houston. Now, I was going to do the story yesterday about them revoking his bond because he didn't show up for his court hearing, but they had said later on that he was in a car accident. Now they say he's in an ATV accident on his property prior to him supposedly coming in. And that's why you seen his arm in a sling. But nonetheless, it's still messed up that this happened to this 16-year-old girl from him, Mr. Frank DeLeon Jr., when he was 17. You know, I mean, the disputes that younger people have on an adult level, the way they have to feel as though they have to take the law in their own hands over affairs of the heart and do one another in is beyond, like, it's just astonishing to me. First of all, you had a gun when you were 17. You're dating a 16-year-old that you shot 22 times. That's full clip action. That's rage and hate. Goes back to what I was saying. If you ain't mentally stable, to have just a girlfriend, you shouldn't have no girl, period. What set the lady off was when she was giving her impact statement, which when you give these impact statements, if somebody's immature, you see their immaturity, he laughed at her. I guess out of his own embarrassment. You know what I mean? These kids do this stuff and it puts them on the grand stage, a courtroom where they are confronted by the people that they hurt, that love the people that they took out of existence. And they don't know what to do but sit there and smile because they look stupid. They don't know how to handle it. And it set her off. It set her off. We got teenagers, little kids killing themselves and killing each other at an alarming rate. I mean, think about it. Look at the world we live in right now, people. It's not, when was it ever not fun to be a child? Children are pulled in all directions and attacked from all positions, whether it's television, music, movies, sometimes our parents or extended family members doing something to them. It's very hard being a child nowadays. And when they step up into adult roles a lot of times, and you give them some freedoms, a lot of them ain't mature enough. And he's proof of that. It is nothing you went through as a 17-year-old boy with a 16-year-old girl who was your girlfriend that warranted you taking a gun and shooting her 22 times. But that's neither here nor there. He was sentenced to 40 years. What else it didn't show you guys is initially, before this whole thing started today, he was going to back out of the deal of 45 years. He was going to back out of the deal, but he thought about it and then he signed it. Like he was going to get something better. It's judgment day. You're already judged before you sat in that courtroom. How you going to try to back out of something? Lady, he pissed her off. Lady started walking up to him. You know what I'm saying? They block it. Here come his mom running up there trying to fight the lady to defend the killer. I don't understand it. I mean, I understand you have a loved one and stuff, but sometimes when they do stuff outside of how you raised them and they know better and they do things, sometimes you got to take some accountability to the fact of, I didn't raise him like that or her like that. They did this without thinking about me, without thinking about my family that loves this person, and whether they're going to see me again or not. They just took their own emotions and did that. I'd leave them on the island. The mom ran up there and tried to fight the other mom. It was a mess. You see how the cops was? They didn't even know what to do. They was like, okay, we got women fighting. How do you do this? How do you hold somebody back that killed somebody you killed a loved one? But you see something at the end? All the women fighting, they let them go. The uncle was gone. They didn't show him. At the end, they locked him up. Just a word to the wise, man. You go in court, man, they're going to get them men. Ladies, they let go. And I do give the mother credit. She explained her actions. And it takes a lot of strength to get up there and say that. My daughter's dead. This man laughed in my face. I do apologize. I'm not that type of person. But I'm telling you, when you stepped on hard enough, you either make a sound or you'll try to get up and do something about that foot on your back. And she did. I have nothing wrong with it. In fact, I don't think they got him enough. If anything like this ever happened, they better have 500 cops in there because I'm going to have so many people in the background and it'll be a coordinated attack. They ain't going to be able to get us all. And some of us are willing to die for those we love that are innocently killed in the street. And some of you guys feel like that too. I'm stocking my receipt for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Endless violence. At least the family say the daughter get justice. They was fine with the verdict. If they like it, we love it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.